G'day team, Simon here from the Feel Good Blueprint. I hope you're doing safe and well. Now, if you're anything like me, you've been asking some pretty big questions of the world and of yourself lately. Like, what the hell is going on in 2020? What can I expect in the next 12 to 18 months? And am I really in control of that much in my life? It probably feels a lot like that, and these are all very valid and natural questions. Now, I want to start a video series to share with you what I call the Antidote for Uncertainty series. This is an aim to get a little bit more in control of our lives. See, I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to learn from some great minds, some principles and ideas around staying on our true north when we lose sight of where we're supposed to be on the map. Now, it may not be perfect, and maybe you have all of your shit together. Maybe you're killing it. But again, if you're anything like me, it's good to have constant reminders and things to get you back on track to find your true north and stay the course. Firstly, what you need to do is get yourself a space that is conducive to being productive and reflective and distraction free. These are important principles. You need to find a place, whether it's in your house, flat, or wherever it be, outside at the park, that you won't have anyone around you that can distract you. Think about turning your phone off, or at least putting on airplane mode for a period of time. And you're going to need at least 4 hours to a full day to go through these exercises. Now, if you don't have that kind of time, you can always break it up. But really what you want is a minimum of 4-hour chunks of sessions to do these exercises. They are really, really useful, but they're only useful if you have the time to really spend and invest on yourself. Next thing you're going to need is some materials. So I would suggest getting some sort of draft notepad. Then you want a good notepad. So this is an A4, it's leather bound, and this is where you'll put your thoughts and ideas. And that's your good one that you keep. And the draft one is really just to put down your ideas in the initial stages. You want to get some colourful pens and pencils. You get the idea, but here's some of them here. So you can draw different things down. And you want to be able to get some butcher paper. Now, they call it different things in different countries, but it's kind of that big paper that you can put up on the wall and you can draw on. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. You can just use a large pad or a scribble pad to do these exercises. Let's jump into the first exercise, which is a visualization of where you want to be in your life. I would suggest 12 to 18 months. Why is that the case? Well, you could try it for 5 to 10 years, but if this is the first time you've done this exercise, start short. Start with something that is much more within your reach. There's 3 ways that you can actually attack this exercise. The first way is to set an intention through meditation and meditate on it for 15 to 30 minutes and then begin the next process. Now, if meditation and spirituality is not your bag, that's fine. You can jump straight into the second part of the process, and that second part is getting a big piece of paper, whether it's that butcher paper I discussed or something else, and putting it on the wall or putting it down, getting your coloured pens out, getting clippings of newspaper or magazines if you wish as well, and starting to create that mood board, that life board for where you want your life to be in that time frame. You also want to write very descriptively down to even what kind of clothes you're wearing, what you're saying, who you're around, what that life looks like, what that snapshot is of you. You want to describe in very accurate detail and draw in very accurate detail the ideal situation. Now, this exercise should take half an hour to an hour, and I want you to really focus on what the feeling is when you're at that point. What does it feel like to be at that point? Now, go forth and feel good about being great, and I'll see you soon.